Hey guys, my name is Eden Fearstock. I'm here because I do want to go on this trip to Sri Lanka. The description's on the page, but I wanted to give you a little background on who I am and why I'm doing this. Currently, I'm enrolled at a local community college, just finishing up my associate's level. Um, I'm focusing in psychology. I do plan on going on to MSU, Michigan State University, to pursue my bachelor's in psychology and then hopefully go on to grad school. A big part of why I want to do this is to help me get into grad school and get some experience in the mental health field. Um, a little bit about my background. I had an abnormal upbringing. I was kind of shipped around as a child quite a bit. I lived with my grandparents, various uncles and friends. Just throughout my life. Eventually, I was in foster care by the age of 16. Uh, the whole wanting to pursue mental health and psychology thing, it goes a little deeper for me. My mother was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia sometime in her 20s, which was quite debilitating and chronic. It progressed quickly to the point where when I knew her, um, she wasn't the person that she used to be. She was heavily medicated, or when she didn't take her meds, she would have psychotic breaks at any moment, and it just was not good. It wasn't as healthy of a relationship as I wished it would have been. However, towards the end, she ended up passing of liver cancer. One of the reasons was she was complaining about pain, and with someone with mental health, is hard to sort out the real from the unreal. And in her case, the doctors and stuff had told her it was pain in her back because she did have degenerative disc disease. But it turned out by the time they found it, she had like stage 4 cancer that had spread throughout her abdomen and to her other vital organs. Um, but towards the end there, I had reunited with her. I got to know her really well on a personal level, as as good as I could, as good of a relationship as I could have with her. And after she passed when I was probably about 17, and there was something that always stuck with me. The her caseworker that she had was just a wonderful lady, and helped coordinate with me and her, and helped out with anything that she needed. And I was really inspired by it, and ever since I had wanted to do something in mental health, and something that I also liked. But after high school, I got into drugs and alcohol pretty heavily. I gotten worse and worse into substance abuse, until I was about 24, and I finally, I had to get help. It was either die or to continue on until I was incarcerated or dead, and I didn't want that for myself anymore. I knew that there was a better way, and I knew, I had some potential. So, now I'm here. I see, the thing was I could never justify going to school and preaching mental health and substance abuse, recovery from substance abuse, if I was using myself. That was my thing. I mean, I was using, and here I would be have to be advocating for people with mental health and substance abuse disorders, and I could not. I couldn't justify it. So here I am. Anyways, I've been clean and sober for almost a year and a half. Been going back to school. I think I explained that, but the big goal here is really to get out of my comfort zone. As it says on my page, I want to go for a 10-week placement in Sri Lanka. which is a small island off the coast of India. They had recently, in recent years, had gotten out of a civil war within their nation, and they're trying to recover. There's a big need for mental health there, for all kinds of various conditions. I mean, head injuries, mental disorders, substance abuse. I mean, you name it. So, really, I want to get out of my comfort zone. I want to get that culture shock, and I want to be able to get out of the country. I think I've been just across the border in Canada and just across the border in Mexico. And, before I get too much older, I think I'm 25 now, and no kids, nothing tying me down. And I really want to go and help people less fortunate than me. I mean, that's what helps me have purpose in life. Um, Another thing that this will hopefully secure me a spot in a decent graduate school, because it's so competitive out there right now. It's in the psychology field. It's something that's just blown up in the recent decade. Uh, I'm hoping to get into a decent graduate school, and by having this experience could help me do that, and by graduating from a decent grad school with a PhD will hopefully get me a good internship and a good career in life, so I can continue to do stuff like this and give back. So, I mean, there it is. I wanted to let you guys know, I had the total of what I want to raise on there. That's like the absolute, like max. I'm not thinking that it's gonna be that much. I have money with my student loans. I'm paying the whole program cost, the room and board rate. I just got a passport with my own money. I just applied for a visa. I haven't paid for the application fee of the visa, the processing fee or whatever. I got to hear back from Sri Lanka yet, and the SLV program. The main things that I need right now, I need an airline ticket right away before those rates go up. You'll see on there, there's one for under $1,000 that I found. It's if I buy it on a Tuesday and delete all the cookies out of my browser. Yeah, that's a new experience, shopping for airfare. And then, travel insurance is going to be the next main thing. Otherwise, I can cover the program cost. I'm just looking for your support, for anybody's support, really. Every little bit can help, and if there's any way, that I can give back to society, I mean, I love to do it through this volunteer thing. I mean, the only thing I'm getting out of this is the experience. Otherwise, I'm going there and paying my way, and hopefully I can get some help with that. Um, so a big shout out to my sister. She donated $100 to me. I didn't even ask her for that, so that's awesome. Thank you. And anybody else who has donated or might donate. So I just wanted to give you guys a little introduction, and thank you very much.